First A, anybody who has chosen A, why A? I think 5 people went for A.
Well, I think the solution and the reason for what are the issues being created, it will also be done by the team. So by doing the brainstorming session, we can identify what was the problem and what the solution of it for us.
Okay. And as Sarvesh, you were saying something as well? You also went for it?
The same thing, like the brainstorming session was supposed to help understand why we have the issue and then come back to a solution with the team, not just a project manager trying to find the issues and address the issue.
Which is fine, which I understand that why, because whenever this same or similar kind of situation happens, we go for usually the same. But there could be like another aspect to that as well. Yes, anybody who has gone for B?
Yeah, I think the question mentions that what should the project manager do first to resolve the issue. So for that reason, I chose B, identify the reason why there are issues with the feature, then address the issue, which means first you do your own homework and then brainstorm with the team to discuss further.
Okay, anyone else want to add something to this? Who has gone for B?
Yeah, a bit on top of Azure. I think here identified the reason why there are issues. Here, they didn't mention he alone is going for that. So as a project manager, he need to go to this one, but we are not mentioning that he is going alone. Yeah, he will be going for that. But to identify the solution, we need to first of all find the root cause. Once we find the root cause, then we can
this
go
is
for
a
the solution.
question which talks again about root cause analysis. See, if you check, this is the problem. And the problem is very obvious, very day-to-day thing, that certain key stakeholders, they are just not happy with certain features and how they are being developed. That's it. And they showed their dissatisfaction during the iteration review meeting. So with that, we also already know that this is Agile Scrum mindset being discussed over here. But the situation is not telling you anything else or anything more than this, that some features are being developed and certain stakeholders are not happy with that, and they just showed their dissatisfaction during the next sprint review meeting. Now, what should the project manager do first to resolve this issue? Now, this is important, that maybe out of these 4 options, not only 2 but 3 could be done. But what is the first thing to do in this situation? That's important. And root cause analysis, if you apply that mindset, let me just map that. Yep. So root cause analysis says what? That you have a problem or a risky situation. Understand the causes of the situation. Then do the impact analysis on multiple project constraints. And then identify the actions, like the preventive action or the workarounds. In this case, if you check the question again, you have a problem situation, like the stakeholders showing dissatisfaction during review meeting. This is the problem situation. We know that there's a problem, but we don't know anything more than this. So what is the next step? We are standing at this step. So risk doesn't apply here, and we are starting at this step. So what's the next step? This one. Know your causes. Know the reasons why this is happening, right? If now let's check the options. Option B is the correct answer to this question. because option B talks about the reasons why these issues are with the feature and then address the issue. So if you know your causes, and usually during the root cause analysis, you do the impact analysis together with the cause understanding. And based on that, we go with the right action steps and preventive or corrective actions. So that's the next thing to do, which is being talked about in the in this question. Let me first finish and then I will take your question, right? Okay. Why not A? A talks about gather the project team for a brainstorming session. So you may say that, can't we do this root cause analysis for in the brainstorming session? Yes, you can do. You can do the root cause understanding in the brainstorming session as well. But B is a very direct and is a very, upfront answer, which is talking about the reason. The brainstorming session could be for cause evaluation, could be for identifying the solution, could be for identifying the impacts and their analysis, right? So A is a more generalized answer, and A comes as part of, as part of the this identifying the solution and the impact directly in the brainstorming session, right? So you are saying that you call out the team in the brainstorming session and you just identify a solution. But do we identify a solution directly after knowing the problem? This is a very superficial thing to do. If you go for this is superficial. If you directly go for the solution, skipping the causes and impact analysis is deadly at times, or will give you like very short-term fixes, which could be like way more, costly or way more deadly than the actual problem, because it will take your time and resource and budget and prioritization, but it most likely will not provide you the end result. So that's why A is not the answer. Why C is not? So at times people go for C as well. Why C is not the answer? On the look of it, there's no problem in going for C as well in this situation. But they are not talking about any other situation or any other thing that you would go do in this case. They're asking about the very first thing to do after knowing this problem. So creating a list of pros and cons of the situation to define the impact of the conflict. Impact is the third step. Causes is the second step. Identifying a solution is the fourth step in root cause analysis. And knowing the problem is the first step. So this was done. This is expected. This will be done after cause identification. And this is needed after knowing the causes and the impacts. So C, although apparently it may look like an answer, is not an answer for the reason that impact analysis is done after understanding your causes for that problem.